Without a doubt, my absolute favorite family to make content on has to be the Ball family, and I don't know if that has to do with the fact that their last name is Ball and I cover basketball and football, or if it's just merely the fact that they're a very entertaining family to cover, and I've been doing it for the past couple of years. Now, in this instance, it seems like things are trending a little bit higher, but Lavar Ball is starting to return to his old antics that made him so lovable to begin with. And while he is very polarizing, some people find him annoying, other people just think he's being a really good dad. I feel like in this instance, he's just showing that no matter what, he's never going to be satisfied. What am I talking about here? We'll get to that in a second. Before we get to the content, I am giving away $500 to a subscriber that turns on our notifications. We're going to be announcing the winner in about a week. Also, we're doing a huge, absolutely gigantic Cyber Monday sale on all casual merchandise, which is the perfect gift to purchase somebody that thinks Lonzo Ball is never going to be an all-star. Of course, follow us on our other social media platforms, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram if you want to give me a heads up of any type of content you want me to cover, or just tag me in news in general. Now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? The story of the Ball brothers is a very unique one that takes us all the way back to their time in Chino Hills when they dominated the high school ranks. Lonzo, the oldest, LiAngelo, the middle child, and LaMelo completely took the basketball world by storm. Lonzo, the oldest, was perceived to be the most gifted all-around talent out of all of them, whereas LaMelo seemed to have the highest potential. LiAngelo was seen as the greatest scorer, but the one issue with LiAngelo was his body structure didn't necessarily translate to the next level. I mean, if you go back to those teams, the man plays like a guard, but has a body of a power forward. And as time progressed forward, unfortunately, LiAngelo Ball wouldn't be ranked as high as a recruit as LaMelo Ball and Lonzo Ball. But that didn't really matter because fortunately for UCLA, all three Ball brothers committed to play for the UCLA Bruins. You can imagine how excited I am being a guy that went to UCLA at the time. I was in college when Lonzo Ball was tearing it up at UCLA, so you can imagine my excitement. Lonzo Ball would go to UCLA. He would do good enough to get drafted number 2 overall, thanks partially to the fact that his dad really hyped him up that summer. And then it was LiAngelo Ball's turn, but unfortunately for LiAngelo Ball, during his time there at UCLA, he would get caught shoplifting in China, and as a result of that, he would be suspended indefinitely. Now, as opposed to LaVar Ball just looking at this situation and saying, hey, let's chill out for a little bit, okay? Let's try to get the lights off of LiAngelo Ball and then we'll come back swinging once people forget the China incident. LaVar Ball decided to pull his son out of UCLA. LiAngelo would then spend time in Lithuania, then wouldn't get drafted at all in the 2018 NBA draft, despite getting a tryout with the Los Angeles Lakers, thanks to Lonzo Ball.
I'm the best basketball player in the family.
I don't know, it looks kind of suspect.
And then would play for the Los Angeles Ballers of the JBA, the Junior Basketball Association. Then the COVID pandemic hit. LiAngelo Ball didn't have nearly as much luck. He would go undrafted in a couple of G League drafts until this past summer, where we got some pretty awesome updates from LiAngelo Ball. You see, as a result of his brother LaMelo Ball's superstardom for the Charlotte Hornets, well, LiAngelo Ball was gifted a pretty awesome opportunity. You see, the Charlotte Hornets decided to have LiAngelo Ball play for them in the Summer League. Now, in the Summer League, LiAngelo Ball showed off a decent scoring ability. Like, the man averaged 9.6 points per game off of 38% shooting from the field and 35% shooting from 3. There were some holes to his game, but he was in significantly better shape than years past, and as a result, the Charlotte Hornets decided to sign him to their Summer League team. Now, come on, let's be honest here. This was primarily done because of LaMelo Ball. I mean, let's be honest, I think LaMelo Ball might already be the most exciting Charlotte Hornet that the Charlotte Hornets ever drafted in their entire franchise's history. I mean, I'm saying over Baron Davis, I'm saying over Kemba Walker, I'm definitely saying over Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. They have never hit on a pick as well as they hit on LaMelo Ball. And at this point, considering the fact that they're a small market, you want to do whatever it takes to make sure that that franchise cornerstone, LaMelo Ball, is as happy as possible. And fortunately, LiAngelo LiAngelo Ball actually has been performing fairly decently for the Charlotte Hornets G League affiliate, the Greensboro Swarm. He went off for 22 points, and you could make the argument that, hey, why isn't he playing in the NBA? Well, actually, that's what his dad's asking. I'm serious. LeVar Ball is upset that LiAngelo Ball isn't playing in the NBA. This is coming directly from TMZ.
The update on LiAngelo, he's just practicing and doing his thing. They don't understand what they got. They need to let my boy go ahead and play. I dropped them a superstar in the G League and they don't know what to do with it.
Now, it sounds very simple, and let's just take this for what it is at face value. Like, if you're LeVar Ball, no matter what, you're going to be hyping your sons up. No matter what. LeVar Ball's always done that. He's a great dad for doing that. Yeah, could he sometimes get a little bit too much in their business? Based off their reality TV shows, yeah, he could be a little bit overbearing at times. But for the most part, I think he's coming from a good place where he just wants to support the living hell out of his sons and claim that they are the greatest hoopers to ever grace this earth. But in this instance, I feel like he's kind of biting the hand that's feeding LiAngelo Ball, because if you ask me, I don't think he's ready to join the Charlotte Hornets NBA team yet. I mean, just looking at the Charlotte Hornets roster, this is an issue they've already had, where this team just simply has way too many forwards and way too many guards, especially this past offseason when LiAngelo Ball was playing in the Summer League. It was an even bigger problem. But currently, when you look at their team, they have Scotty Lewis, Cody Martin, which I personally consider to be a shooting guard, even though he's listed as a small forward, Terry Rozier, Ish Smith, and they just drafted James Bouknight this past offseason. And that's a little bit better, man. They had Devontae Graham last year as well that they traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, but it just seems like there's way too much depth at the shooting guard spot to even bring in LiAngelo Ball if they wanted to. I mean, if you consider Gordon Hayward a shooting guard as well, then it just seems like there's way too many guards on this roster. Even furthermore, I just wish there was like a genuine appreciation for the fact that LiAngelo Ball actually has a legitimate opportunity here. And I do think there will be a point where he does get called up to the Charlotte Hornets main roster, whether it's because he's going to be a fan favorite or whether they want to appease LaMelo Ball, or for a variety of different reasons. There's plenty of reasons for this man to get called up to the Charlotte Hornets official roster. I think it's going to happen at some point or another. Do I think he's going to be one of the starting guards in a potential playoff rotation throughout his career? Probably not, but I do see him at some point or another at least getting like end of the bench garbage time minutes for the Charlotte Hornets. And I might be wrong, but at least from what I'm seeing from his career thus far, I believe that's the ceiling of his career. But I could be wrong. I'm rooting for him all the way, and he's proven me wrong so far. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you agree with LeVar Ball, the big baller, or do you think he needs to stay in his lane, as he would say? Let me know what you guys have to say. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.